Happy Friday, Big Orange Nation. This is Frank Rock. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. Glad to be back with you after a few days sabbatical, I guess if you want to call it that. But it's been a big news day for Tennessee athletics, and the news I've been waiting for was announced this afternoon. Tony Vitello signs a long-term extension with Tennessee. Danny White announced that this afternoon. Tony Vitello is here long-term. This is big-time news for Tennessee baseball. Tennessee, of course, comes off of a national championship. The program's still hot. The program's still rolling. The program's still going to have a shot to go back-to-back this coming year. This guy's, what he's done with Tennessee baseball and really what his effect on Tennessee athletics. And I'm going to talk about something I'm creating I'm real excited about here at the end. So if you'll stay with me or at least forward to the end to catch that with me. But Tony Vitello signs a 5-year extension. His deal was due to go through 2026. Pretty sure Texas A&M made some inquiries with him. I don't think they got much of anywhere. There was one Texas A&M writer claiming they did. I don't know what he would have gained by it. So, and I'll come back to that point here in just a minute. So Tony Vitello does sign a 5-year extension. It goes through the end of June 2029. I'm not sure who the first to report this was. 24/7, Ben McKee has it. VolQuest, Eric Kane has the article on it as well. So I'm not sure exactly who was the first to report it, but these guys do have different details in that Tony Vitello will be paid $3 million annually through June 30th of 2029. Where does this rank him in college baseball? Where it should. Number 1 overall. He is now the highest paid coach in all of college baseball. He's earned it. He deserves it. Every single penny. If they'd have gone higher, it would have been worth it. What Tony Vitello, again, has done for not only Tennessee baseball, but to me, Tennessee athletics in general. I don't think there's a price on that. I don't think there's a price too high for what he's meant to Tennessee. And not only will Tony Vitello be compensated handsomely and deservedly, Josh Elander, Ben McKee says, signed an extension today as well. To me, Tennessee has a lot of things lined up right now for them. I feel like in what they've done in terms of their assistant coaches, positions they've added this offseason, players they've added, their signing class that they brought in, this program's hitting on all cylinders right now. You go back to the signing class. I'm just going to kind of go to the positives. You backtrack to that national championship. That signing class ranks number 1 nationally. You lost 4 guys to the Major League Baseball draft. 2 of them, which were guys who rated within the top 100. 2 of them did not. Not saying they couldn't have come here and been great players by any means, but the guys I had circled that I was like hoping got to campus, they're there. You've got stud pitcher and Coons coming to campus. You've got Manny Marin. You got, you go Abernathy. You've got Newsom. You've got Clark. You've just got so much talent coming in. I didn't even mention Anson Siebert just because I don't think he's going to contribute much this year. And frankly, I'm higher on Tegan Coons than I am Siebert. And that's nothing against Siebert. It's nothing that I don't expect of him. I just think Coons is better than people are giving him credit for. Not that they're saying he won't be good. I expect I have pretty high expectations for Tegan Coons this year. But you look at Tony Vitello. Richard Jackson left to go do other things. Brought Ross Kivett back, who, to me, when Josh Elander leaves to take another assistant coaching job, it's going to happen within the next couple of years. It has to, based on the job that he's done. Kivett seems to be a natural coming in. You get that infield coach back who did a great job before. He did a great job at Houston. He's back again. Tennessee hires Cincinnati's pitching coach, Josh Reynolds. If you go into that, I made a video a while back. I'll just link the playlist on that because I'll have to search back through that video Great hire. If Frank Anderson does step away at some point, this could be a guy that steps in right in for Frank Anderson if or when he decides to step away. Hopefully, no time soon, but he's ready there. Tennessee brings back former infielder Ricky Martinez. He was a grad assistant a couple years, went to New Mexico State for a couple years. Let me double check that. It was New Mexico State. Yes, it was New Mexico State. He worked with the infielders, was their recruiting coordinator. So he comes back as like a director of player personnel as well. This staff to me is just hitting on all cylinders. And Ben McKee also reported in his article, Tennessee will have one of the highest assistant coach pools in all of college baseball. It doesn't necessarily say the highest, but you got to think it's up there pretty close to the top, if not the top, because it says it was approximately 900,000 before. You got to think that's over 1 million now. And so Vitello's, it goes 5 years. Now, Eric King, volquest.com, he had a table on there that broke down a lot of Vitello's contract. Like a regional appearance, he gets now $40,000, which is $12,000 more than he did used to. They host a regional, $60,000, an $18,000 raise on before. SEC champions, regular season, and tournament. Now, I don't know if this is $80,000 for each or $80,000 combined, but he gets $80,000 for that. That is $24,000 more than it was before. Super regionals now $100,000. It was $70,000 before. They host a super regional. It's now $120,000, $84,000 before. College World Series appearance, $140,000, $98,000 before. College World Series Finals appearance, he gets $160,000, which is it was $112,000 before. And if they win it all, $200,000 bonus. It was $140,000 before. And Eric Kane states in the article on volquest.com, and this was widely believed before. It's been stated for a while. It's just a matter of when, not if, he got that extension. It was led to believe it was pretty much done prior to the NCAA tournament. I think Schlossnagle going to Texas changed the dynamics a little bit based on what he was getting paid. This is my thought. I don't know this for sure. Just kind of reading between the lines. I think Tennessee had to go back to the drawing board. And, at that point, you've got to make Tony Vitello the highest paid coach. You can't make the guy you just beat the highest paid coach over him. Again, Tony Vitello's earned every penny. This is huge. This program, if Vitello does leave, it says he is owed, or if he's fired, it does say he is owed the full contract. And he does have, if he leaves for another position, there are buyouts on his side of the equation, which are pretty hefty. If he were to leave next year, he has a $4 million buyout. In 2026, $3 million. 27, $2 million. 28, $800,000. 29, $400,000. These are all buyouts separate per year based on if he were to leave. Again, this is per Eric Kane, volquest.com. It's in the article that he's written on there as well. Big time news. Today, Onus Konabani makes it 25, 425. I like this guy. I like his size. I like his potential, what he brings to Tennessee signing class, or when he signs on down the line. He makes commitment number 25 for them. Tennessee basketball is hosting an official visitor this weekend. Tennessee basketball announces their non-conference schedule today as well. It was a pretty big news day to me in terms of what we had on there. And then so I just don't know, and I'm going to get into all that tonight. But, we'll kind of hit it a little bit more as we go along. I said I hope you stick around to the end on this. If you knew me from being on Talking Balls, this is one of the only times I'll mention that, because I'm going to talk about something that I did on there pretty proud of. I wished I had my access to it. But we did a series back a few years back called Fall of the Vols. This was after Fulmer and Pruitt were fired. That was my creation. It was my idea. Put it through. We went through it. That I sat down. I put it all together. I created every bit of it. course, I ran it by the guys on there, and we proceeded forward with the record that. We had a good time. We did put work into it. It sucks that I have no access to that series, considering it was my creation, mine and mine. The other guys did contribute on the videos, but as far as putting it together, putting all the content, looking up the content, all that stuff, it was mine. I'm excited. I'm doing a second series now. It will be mine. It will be on this channel. I'm going to call it Rebirth of the Vols. I'm not calling it Rise of the Vols because we truly don't know that they've risen yet. But I'm going to call it Rebirth of the Vols. And I want to go back to kind of that time period of where Jeremy Pruitt, Philip Fulmer were fired. But I also want to work in basketball. I want to work in baseball. I want to work in a little bit of Lady Vols along the way. I call it Vols and not Tennessee football because I think they all play a role together as we work toward that season opener next Saturday against Chattanooga. So my plan is I'm going to finalize that tonight, sit down, put it together. I'm going to put it out. I'm going to record the episodes, try to record one per day. I'm not sure exactly how many episodes I'll have, but I'm hoping to lead that up to the season opener, maybe even through it, possibly. And then, of course, any news along the way that breaks, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, Lady Vols, I'll try to bring that as well. But I'm excited to do this. Again, I do it. The first one was my creation. This is my thing. This is what I like to do. This is what will separate me from other channels. Not saying I'll be better or anything, but my content, this is the type of things I like to do, is put together a series. I enjoyed the first one. I'm going to enjoy this one, and I'm hoping to do more down the line based on, whatever topic that I kind of see fit to do it with. So I hope you'll tune in. I hope you'll enjoy that. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be good content. Now, it's just based on my research and stuff. I won't have interviews or anything unless somebody were to reach out, but which I don't see happening. But and then, of course, Monday night, we're going back to 7:30. We're tried 7 o'clock for a couple of weeks. I think that 7:30 time seems to be the hot time where we seem to pick up views around that time. Myself, Kerry Williams, he'll be back with me this week. And then, we'll see how long. I know he started school back. He is a master's student. So he's welcome at any time on the show, but also I know he's going to be pretty busy with what he's doing. He's a busy young man right now, but hopefully, he'll join us when he's able to. I'm going to wrap up on that one. Check out those membership tiers on the channel. If you hit that join button, it will explain those tiers to you. There is also a Patreon on the channel. There are descriptions in the channel description. There are descriptions in the videos as well. So I hope you have a great rest of your Friday. Frank Rock, House of Orange Sports channel. Last but most certainly not least, I'm not even going there. We're going with just the new one, guys. I hope you have a great weekend. And I'll see you when I see you. And have a great Friday.
Everyone rejects me.